Hello everybody and welcome to Bear Beer Reviews with me, your host Jack, and tonight we have a little story before we actually try our beer. One of the most amazing things that the craft beer world and actually being into beer, being a brewer and being involved in the scene has brought to me is the fact that you meet so many different and diverse people from around the world who you share a really common interest with. And tonight's beer is one that comes from one particular connection that we made about 6 months ago at Copenhagen Beer Celebration, and this is First Love, which is an IPA clocking at 6.1% by Humalove Brewery from Helsinki in Finland. These guys I spent a little bit of time with at the beer festival, just sat next to them to be honest. We were just trying some beers. You saw probably seeing them with my mother filming, and we just got chatting. Now if you don't know, I'm sure most of you already do, I work at Atom Beers based in City of Hall in East Yorkshire, and the two of the guys that work in the company and one of the brewers, our head brewer Marco is Finnish, and so is his brother, sales and distribution guy Kimi. So it was one of these connection points that came across at CBC with the Humalove guys. Over the course of a few months we got chatting and talking and said, you guys have got to come over and see what we do over here in Hull, and put an open invite out. I'm really pleased to announce that they came across this past week, and we've actually brewed a collaboration beer together, which is going to be a rye, juniper and orange IPA, and I really can't wait for that one to come out. It's smelling pretty good, so if you see it, check it out. A little bit of a shout out there, I suppose. But while they were over, they were very kind enough to give us the samples of their first few beers to come out into bottles. They've already hit the Brewdog bar in Helsinki, so they're already going to get a bit of a reputation, and the stuff they're doing sounds really interesting. They've also got another beer we're going to review later on as well, which is a rye-based beer, and I really look forward to trying that one. But for a start, we're going to try their IPA out and see what we have here. So let's crack this one open, and cheers. Thank you ever so much to Yanni and Tara for these beers. Thank you for coming over. I had a whale of a time with you guys. Thanks for coming to the beer festival and everything. So let's pour this on out. First things first, very good carbonation. It has got a lovely deep reddish tinge to this actually. It's almost kind of ruby, I would say. A little bit more malt character than you might, or malt colour I should say, than you might expect. Might not come across in the palate. Nice little head that's lacing quite well too. I don't actually know what hops they've got in here, but we'll find out, I suppose, when we get a little bit of aroma. One other thing I'd like to point out about this brewery as well, they have some awesome little slogans. One is, it says, "You're awesome, have a beer." They give me one of their t-shirts as well, which is really cool. And this picture, Humalove, Humal is hops in Finnish, and also Humalove means love of hops, but it also apparently means hangover, hence why they've got their friend on the front of the bottle, and as their logo looking a little bit hungover. So let's get in there and get an aroma. Ooh, nice, there's some sweet orange in there. Yeah, I get a big hit of blood orange. Quite a typical IPA nose, kind of cascadey, grapefruity. A little bit of pine in it as well, but mainly this big sweet orange note coming right across the nose. Yeah, it's smelling pretty good, so cheers everyone. Yeah, that's a juicy IPA. Yeah, that malt character, I can see the colour comes across in the palate quite a lot. There is nice, rounded, kind of caramel malt character coming through that counterbalances there's some quite aggressive hop notes in there. Definitely a big hit, pithy grapefruit, lemon zest, that sort of hit, and a little bit of piney dankness behind that as well. There's also a little hint, just a tiny little hint, like a dank note at the back of the palate too. It's definitely on the kind of like lighter side of medium. It's not kind of watery, but it's a little bit softer on the palate, and there's a good little carbonation as well to this. It makes it really easy to drink. Now, as always, when it comes to things that like friends' bottles and stuff, I don't do ratings or give it a proper thumbs up or anything. But I'm really enjoying this. It's a nice little beer, this one. For the first beer they brewed, and see where they're going to go in, see what the direction is, and I think we'll see some really good things from them. And yeah, I really enjoyed spending some time with them, and I'm so happy that they came across after CBC. It's really awesome to make some connections like that. So keep your eyes open, everyone, if you do see some of this stuff, and maybe you will in the future coming across to England. It's well worth a try. So please like, favourite, comment and subscribe, and until the next beer review, cheers.